Hello, everybody. Sorry I didn't get to you last Friday. We have had a very busy campaign trail, and Kevin and I have been really busy this last weekend. Kind of comes with the territory, so I apologize. We'll do the video now. And the reason this is important is because, as you know, we've been discussing the APS rate case lately. Well, a lot of things happened at these couple of days of open meeting last week. One of them is with regards to the grid access charge. This has been kind of a heated debate in the public, judging by the various emails that have come in. But ultimately, this was a double-sided coin kind of thing. On one hand, you have if you remove the grid access charge, you're now shifting costs from somebody that uses a particular functionality like solar to people that don't use solar. So it's kind of a subsidy. On the other hand, there's no good way to measure it, was the counter argument to that. So ultimately, it was settled that the grid access charge is going to go away. Another amendment changed the on-peak hours for the time of use stuff from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock down to 4 to 7 o'clock. The reasoning behind this was because it'll be a much more friendly to families, essentially. And the downside that was argued was because it may increase the cost for about 50 to 60,000 customers. We don't really know the true impact because there isn't any modeling that's been done at this point to show how people's behaviors might change in this. They're strictly going off of the number of hours that they're currently using and the what do you call it, the actual use during those time frames. So the numbers may be a little bit off according to the modeling, but the fear is, or the speculation is, that there might be 50 to 60,000 customers with an increase because of this. Let's see. Another thing is, the chairwoman proposed an incentive method. So it was a carrot only, meaning no stick kind of incentive that said, we want you to get down to 9 cents a kilowatt hour APS. And APS pushed back and said, well, this is kind of useless because we're not going to be able to do it. And actually, the last time they did something like this was back in the 90s. And, it was 9 cents then. And if you look at just inflation, APS is arguing that they should be at 17 cents right now. Well, they're not. They're at 12 cents. So they've actually beat inflation in this case, which I found fairly interesting, that they basically said, no, we can't use your incentive. Sorry. So ultimately, it kind of went nowhere. Let's see. APS had a proposal last week that basically said, look, these scrubbers that we've been talking about, we need to be able to collect on those. So what we will do is we will forego any profit, so no return on equity for this, but we want to recoup it at a rate of the return on debt so that we can at least pay the bill back. And ultimately, the commission did not do that. What they did was they said, okay, everything up until the plant closure time, we're going to prorate those scrubbers. You can collect on that, but you can't collect on the other part, which is about not quite half. So $215.5 million, they're not going to be able to collect on as of right now. However, APS did state in their letter that if they didn't get what they were proposing, that they were likely going to have to sue. So this is probably not over, is what that means. Now, ultimately, the commission did not take a final vote on this. And the reason is because they don't have a final rate impact from basically how much it's going to cost people with all of these amendments in place. So the commissioners, the majority of the commissioners agreed that they need to have this final calculation done before they're willing to vote on it. I don't know if that'll come tomorrow. We have some open meetings coming up tomorrow and Wednesday, but it certainly could, I guess. I forget if that actually made it on the agenda or not. I apologize. I just don't have it memorized. But anyway, that's the scoop on that. I'm going to forego, this video is long enough, forego a fun fact this week. We will come back next week. I hope everybody we'll come back probably Friday. So I hope everybody has a great day, and God bless all of you.